You guys already know what video you clicked on. It's time for a March reset. I want to play around with these videos a little bit more to make sure that they are as interesting as possible for you guys. So we're going to be doing this a little bit differently, and my whole routine for how I'm resetting for this month is going to be a little bit different. We are going to do some shopping, we're going to review my finances, we're going to do a reset of my apartment and just have a chilled evening in my apartment in general. So it's going to be a little bit more vlog style, which I hope that you guys enjoy. But to start off with, obviously, there are some things that are necessary in any reset video, and that is reflecting on the past month and looking at the next month's goals and intentions. So let's start with that. I have my Notion page pulled up here, and I'll go ahead and pop it on the screen so that you guys can follow along too. So we're going to start by looking at my top 3 priorities from this month. So my first one was to make the most of my evenings. Now, I did feel like I did this, however, I am feeling a little bit more burnt out at this point. So although it was nice to go really crazy and do a lot in my evenings, I felt like by the end of it, it just wasn't sustainable. So I think that that's still something that I need to work out, is a good balance of the nights when I can really push myself to do a lot and the nights when I need to give myself off. My second priority was reading. If you guys watched my January reset, then you know that I read exactly 0 books in the month of January, and then I was still reading those books all throughout February, and I actually just finished the book that I was reading, and it is the reason that this video is going up a little bit later than I wanted to, because I was like, I cannot upload this video having not finished this book. And that was Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros. So I have read exactly 1 book this year of the 30 that I set for my reading goal, so I'm a little bit behind. I know I read a lot in the summer. I don't often read a lot this time of year anyway, so there's still hope. And I did manage to finish that book, even if it was all like in the course of like 3 days, where I just really read the entire book, which is what I should have just done in the first place, but whatever. My final priority from this past month was that I wanted to make a new Etsy template, and I did do this. Like, I didn't publish it yet, but it is almost ready to go up. Like, I am just messing around with it, just making a few last little tweaks to it and making sure that it is user-friendly and that I like it. So I'm using it myself this month, and I will show you guys that, and then hopefully that will be going up on my Etsy page very soon. So I was able to finish, like I said, Iron Flame. I gave this book 3 stars. It just took me so much time to get through. Also, is anybody else having deja vu from like the Vampire Academy days? Because this book is really reminding me of that series, and it's kind of annoying because I thought it was really cool and really unique, and now it's reminding me so much of that book and of that series, and I'm just like, I feel like I've read this before. There was a big plot twist at the end that is going to keep me reading, but like, it's similar to other series. I'm kind of disappointed if you can't tell. The other book that I've been reading this month is Atomic Habits. I'm getting through this, I'm like halfway through. I will probably review this for you in actuality next month, but I am really liking it. Okay, some other goals that I had this month was that I wanted to write a letter to somebody, which I did do. One of my friends actually got into med school, and so I sent her a little congratulatory card for that, and I counted that as my letter, because I did send it in the post, so it counts. The other things I had on this to-do list, I did not do. You can see me counting out the number of things that I posted on TikTok and Instagram. I have so much inspiration right now, and I just don't have the energy to actually follow through with it. Like, I don't have the time to be able to make it what I want it to be. So again, that's just me trying to figure out what I'm doing. So now we're moving on to March. I can't believe it's March. I'm honestly really glad. I am a little bit over the winter and the darkness, and I want spring and sunlight, please. Please. I keep seeing on TikTok people being like, oh, the first of the year is now. January and February did not count. The first of the year, the new year is starting now. And honestly, I really do feel that. The sun is coming, I hope. And I think with that comes a lot of motivation for me personally. So March is gonna be a good month. I can already feel it. For my quote this month, I put, if you are working on something that you really care about, you don't have to be pushed, the vision pulls you. And this really resonated with me because I feel like when it comes to motivation and hard work, that is so true. And obviously there are gonna be times when you need discipline anyway to be able to get to the goals that you're set for yourself. But when it comes down to it, it shouldn't be every single day like that. You should have days when it's really fun, when you're really being pushed and pulled to do what you wanna do. So with that, and with my little review of February, here are some of my top 3 priorities. The first one is relaxed evenings. I just felt like last month I set this goal for myself to be really, really productive in my evenings, and I don't feel like I had a break. And by the end of the month, I am feeling quite burned out. So I would like to give myself that time back and figure out that balance that works best for me. My second priority is morning workouts. I just feel so much better when I work out in the morning, and it makes those evenings so much more productive for me just anyway because I have so much more time. I can do a really big productive thing for an hour or two in the evening after work, and then I can also have time to relax, and I think that that is what will really strike a good balance for me. And my last priority is, as per usual, short form content. I'll get there one day. And this is gonna be the month. This is the one day. I am starting this now. You can hold me accountable. Watch me in April be like, haha, you guys, I didn't do it again. We're doing it. Now onto the books that I want to read this month. I obviously want to finish Atomic Habits because I'm halfway through that. I also want to read Golden Sun by Pierce Brown. This is the second book in the Red Rising trilogy. I read the first book a couple months ago and I loved it. So I'm really hoping that this will be a speedy read for me. And then if I have time, I would also like to start Yellow Faiths by R.F. Kuang because that's been on my list for quite some time now. And then obviously my normal stuff for this month, writing a letter to somebody, reading books, posting my little TikToks and reels, and obviously my YouTube videos. I also still want to focus on my Etsy stuff. I think that I really want to get that template out for you guys this month. In addition to that, I have a few of my yearly goals that I really do want to make sure that I cover. So that includes researching PCOS diets and trying to incorporate 1 or 2 new recipes because I do have PCOS, and I'm really trying to learn more about that and about, you know, my hormones and cycle and all of that good stuff. And then I also just want to continue with my daily habits, which I feel like I've done a good job of in February. A lot of them are really feeling very stuck in place now. They do say if you do something for 30 days straight, then you will have developed a habit, and it's been 2 times that now, so about 60 days. And I do feel like I have been able to really get those habits down. They feel a lot more natural, a lot less forced. I still forget about them every so often. I struggle on the weekends, but I do feel like I'm doing well, but I'm still gonna keep them on my list just so that I know I really want to keep on focusing on those. I am actually really excited to be filming this particular segment with you today. So we're going to be talking all about finances, and I have some big updates this month when it comes to that. So let's dive right in. So February was actually quite a low spend month with me, and I'm saying that now, but I do have to input a few additional items into this spreadsheet, but I'm going to talk you through a few things first. So it was a pretty low spend month. I know that there are a couple categories that I didn't pay anything towards. I didn't get anything in those categories. I didn't buy any clothes. I didn't buy anything like home improvement stuff. I also gave up alcohol for Lent. Alcohol's expensive, and I usually budget quite a lot of money towards that, so I haven't spent hardly any money in that category either. So it just means I have some money left over to play with. And it's the first of the month, and this month I also got, or this past month, I also decided to get a second credit card. So before I was using one from Bank of America, and I still have that one and I'm still going to use it. It's a cashback one. However, the one I got is called the BILT Rewards credit card, and it is through Wells Fargo. And this credit card allows you to earn points for your rent. So rent right now for me is absolutely my biggest expense by far. I spend so much money on rent. So I decided that I wanted to get this card for myself and really try to make sure that I'm making the most of my money. Aside from rent, my next biggest spend every year is always travel. I live quite far away from where my family is, so I'm always having to travel to see them. And I spend a lot of money on that. So this credit card is really, really good because you're able to transfer those points one-to-one from the BILT rewards to a bunch of their travel partners, which includes like a lot of the airlines I usually fly with. And so I'm really hoping that I will be able to get some free flights, or at least discounted flights, out of this whole thing. But one of the cool things about them is that they do a special promotion for the first of the month on rent day, where they double all of the points that you can get. I figured I haven't spent a lot of money. I want to spend a little bit more money. So I'm gonna use the first of the month and almost backtrack. So any of the expenses that I spend today, I'm probably just gonna put on February anyway. And I'm gonna go do some shopping. Before I do that, I wanna know exactly how much I actually have to spend because I don't wanna go on a wild shopping spree and then have no money in the end. So this month I set up a tracker so I can input all of my money expenses manually, because normally I use the app Mint, but Mint is unfortunately going away, which hurts my soul. I am gonna try Credit Karma. That's like the new one that they say to use, but I haven't heard the best about it, so we'll see. Anyway, so we can look at the amount that I spent this month. I went a little bit over in groceries, so I budgeted $250 and I spent $273. I also went a little bit over in additional shopping. I actually had to buy a lot of like cleaning supplies, so like honestly that's like where that's coming from. I spent a little bit more in rideshare than I was expecting, and I also spent a lot in tolls this month. I was driving around visiting people, so that all makes sense. However, with that, I still budgeted to spend $1,715 and I only spent $1,325 approximately. I have, what is that? About $330 that I'm currently not spending. A lot of the times normally when this happens, I would just put like half of it into an emergency fund or like into my savings, and the other half would go into like a carryover, and I just like give myself a little bit more money to spend next month. However, I had a little bit of extra money come in this month that I wasn't expecting, and so I already have put a lot of extra money into my savings this month, so I don't feel like I need to save this money right now. And I haven't bought anything fun, because the categories that I haven't hardly spent any money in are fun, clothing, and home improvement, and all of those things are like the fun things you get to buy, you know? So that is why I want to actually go out and spend this money today. I would not always do this. I do think it's important to treat yourself every once in a while though. I don't want to be encouraging any bad habits. Like I said, I'm literally here looking at the amount of money that I have, about the amount of money that I'm putting into my savings, and saying this is the amount that I'm comfortable spending. And I feel like treating myself. So anyway, with that, I have about $300 that I'm about to go spend at the mall. So let's go. I hope you guys don't mind too much if I film the next little segment on my phone. My vlog camera just died, and despite the fact that I have 3 batteries, all of them are also dead. Anyway, we're gonna start because I'm really craving cookies right now, and I have a chill weekend to myself, so I think I'm gonna go and get crumble cookies because those are my absolute favorite things in the whole world, and I will start there and then I'll head to the mall after that. This is a crumble cookie review that literally nobody asked for, but I am obsessed with crumble and I don't get them as much anymore. I used to literally get them every single week. Here is what they look like this week. So this is like a Chips Ahoy Cookie Monster one. It has like blue icing, which I was like hesitant about, but I do like icing on chocolate chip cookies, and it's literally all this is, so. That was pretty good. Typical chocolate chip cookie, nothing crazy. Okay, the next one I'm really excited about. It's like a strawberry cookie, and it's like half the reason I decided to go today, because I love strawberry cookies. Anything strawberry flavored tastes so good. That was good. They put a lot of icing on, and I probably could have done with a little bit less icing. Okay, the next one I was intrigued by, and I'm also annoyed because it's a donut cookie, but I'm like, where's the middle? Like, I feel like I'm missing half the cookie. I really like the texture on that one. That was actually really good. Maybe I'm just not in an icing mood right now. Okay, the last one is a cornbread cookie, which is a very interesting flavor, but I think I've had this one before and I liked it. Like, the first taste of that is like really funky, and then it gets better. And I think I like it. After all of that, the donut one was actually my favorite over the strawberry one, which I was not expecting. Thanks for watching. I just had my crumble cookies. I just did the little taste test for TikTok, so I'll insert it here. Very yummy. Very, very yummy. Well, that took longer than I expected. Okay, so I really went through the entire mall, like every single store, spent a lot of money. I really do not usually spend this amount of money, you guys. Like, I don't know how I can tell you, like, I feel like it's so backwards because I know so many people struggle with overspending, and I should not be making a big deal about spending money, but like I feel so guilty when I spend money that like it's probably like unhealthy, like to the other extreme. Like there's always going to be an extreme, whether you spend a lot of money or you save a lot of money. Like either one can get really unhealthy really quick in my opinion. And I definitely tend on the I feel so guilty when I spend money. Like I'm like very tempted to like bring half of this stuff back and get my money back, but I'm like, it's okay, I'm good, I saved for this. So let's see what I actually got instead of me just rambling about this. I am in a summer mood. Like I just want to go out and have it be summer and be nice and in a summery place and all that stuff. So I bought this like linen shirt. So this is from H&M. I figured it might be cute with like a little crop top underneath. I like wearing this, especially like in the early parts of summer. I bought a linen shirt last year and I love it, and it's white, and I wanted a blue one because I really like the look of that. Then I went to garage, I don't know, and I got two little tops. I wanted like some like nice shirts for going out in, so I got this little black one, which is backless and very cute, just simple. And I also got this white one as well. And then I went kind of ham in Sephora because I literally never buy anything from Sephora ever. So I first of all got this Lancome. There's 3 different mascaras in here. I asked the lady, like I've been having this problem where I usually use like the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, and it comes off. Like I just look like a raccoon at the end of the day. So I don't want that anymore. So she told me that these were really good. They were long lasting. They weren't necessarily waterproof, but because I don't want to like not be able to get it off. I just want it to like, you know, stay on for the whole day. So I will be testing these out. And then I got a couple other little things. I got the Rare Beauty, like this dewy liquid blush. It's on my hand right now. The dark one is not the one that I got because that one was a little bit intense. I got it in Hope, so it's pretty light. It's very pinky. I bought 2 new lip products because I like don't own anything for my lips, so I was like, yeah, why not? I got this Fenty Beauty Glass Bomb in Fenty Glow. It's kind of like this orangey color, which I think is really pretty. And then I also got this Summer Fridays lip balm in Birthday Cake. Finally, I got the Day styling cream because I love doing my hair and I love doing like slick back stuff, and I've seen a lot of people using this for various things, like for if you want to like do a blowout on your hair or just like style it at all in general. So I hope that this is going to be good for that. So that was everything that I bought. Now let's gonna move on with the rest of the reset. It's time to clean. Y'all, I realized I was so excited about going shopping that I didn't actually set up my March budget. So March is going to be a little bit of an interesting month because I should be getting my bonus this month and I should also be getting a raise this month. And I know like how much both of those are already, but I don't know the exact math when it comes to like taxes and stuff. So I don't have the exact numbers, but I have kind of approximated because I wanted to decide what I wanted to do with my bonus. I personally would just prefer to put that straight into savings, I think, at the minute. And something that I've been toying around with a lot is the idea of opening up a Roth IRA. Right now I have a 401k through my job, which my employer matches, which is great and everything. And that's like how I'm currently saving for retirement. And the difference between a 401k and a Roth IRA, and if you haven't seen my finance videos, make sure you go check those out because I go into more detail on this. But basically a 401k is pre-tax when you put the money in, and you pay taxes on it when you take the money out. But a Roth IRA, you use post-tax dollars, so when you take that money out, you don't pay any taxes on it. So both of them have their advantages. It really depends on kind of what you expect your life to look like whenever you retire, the amount of money that you'll be taking out, etc., etc. I have mixed feelings towards opening a Roth IRA at the minute. I think the main reason that I don't is because you can't take the money out of it. Like, you're kind of tying up your money in there. With both the 401k and a Roth IRA, you can't really take the money out until you're like 65 or something along those lines. So I'm like hesitant to do that because I know that there's going to be a lot of things in, you know, the next like 5 to 10 years that I really think are going to be important. Another reason that I'm hesitant to do it right now though is because I know in the summer I plan on moving, and if this year taught me anything, it's that moving is expensive. I have budgeted an amount, like an approximate amount that I think I'm gonna get in my bonus, and budgeted that out in terms of my savings. So right now I'm saying that I'm putting $1,500 into my emergency fund. I'll put $500 into my vacation fund and $500 into my flight fund, $100 into a car fund, $35 into a gift fund, and then I started this new life events sinking fund last month, and I think I'm going to put $1,000 into there. So the majority, I'm going to be putting a little bit into my sinking funds for flights and vacations. A little bit of my bonus will go to that. So I do feel like I'm giving myself a little bit of a reward, but the majority of it is going to be going into that emergency fund and that life events category. With that distribution though, I do think I'm still going to have a little bit left over. Hopefully. I might not. I really might not. I really don't know how much this is going to be taxed. And I'm trying not to get my hopes up. But that's my plan right now, is I think I'm going to keep it like this. I'm going to try to open a Roth IRA, and maybe I'll just start putting like $100 into it every month. Like, I'm not going to be like maxing it out or anything crazy. I could live without $100 every month, especially with my paycheck going up a little bit too. My actual budget itself, I'm keeping pretty much the same as I did last month. I have a lot in here right now for dance, and I don't think I'm gonna need as much this month. So I'm gonna bring that one down a little bit. I originally had that at $350 this past month because I bought like an extra class packet. So I think I'm gonna bring that down to $200. I have raised my budget for home improvement because I really want to buy a mirror and like some little like plants, just because that's something that I've been saying that I would do for a while. So that brings my grand total for the expenses budget next month to $1,840. It's kind of crazy how much I spend in a month, to be honest. And then I will be putting about $4,000 into savings, which is very exciting. And then obviously I just have my fixed expenses, which that's where the rest of my money goes. I do believe that that is actually my finances all wrapped up and done. I haven't quite done my bullet journal yet, but that is really all I have left. So insert the clip of my bullet journal right here. Okay, let's start with the tools that I'm using to put this together. First of all, I have these Tombow dual brush pens. Love these things. Then I have this rotring pencil, which is actually a really nice weight, and I just use this to outline stuff. And then I have my Muji .37 pen in black. I also have a ruler here, but I don't think I wound up using it. My journal is a Leuchtturm 1917 bullet journal. I love this thing. Catch a glimpse of February. And let's start with March. So normally I lay out my month with a black pen, but I decided on something a little bit different this time and had it be a bit more messy with this light gray Tombow pen. And I kept that messiness in the way that I drew out the March title. I've really been loving this layout though for a monthly spread. Each of these little boxes is 5 by 5, which is just perfect for me because it gives me enough room to do a little casual magic there on the other side where I like to write out one thing about the day that I thought was really special, and it can be something tiny like the way that the light came in through the window or playing a video game, like anything like that. I just like to write down one of those things every day. It's my version of a gratitude tracker, I suppose. And I got this idea from Unjaded Jade like forever ago. She would always talk about casual magic, and so it's something that I incorporated into this journal. My theme for this month, obviously, as you can see, is I have all of these little daisy flowers, and I just thought that they were really cute. I was really struggling with that title for March. I'm still not sure I really like the way that it came out, but it works. Overall, I do like the way that the spread looks, and I'm excited for the month to begin. I hope that you guys enjoyed this little reset. If you did, then make sure to like and subscribe. I know it was different than how I usually do the resets. Let me know your thoughts about what you prefer down below. I can go back to the normal stuff next month, or I can do another this style if you prefer. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!